Okay. This so far. Okay. This right here. This so far. Ain't no lie. This so far. This right here. This so far. Ain't no lie. Okay, yeah, this so fire. Ain't got time for the smoke, set it on fire. Young king on the rise, do it for the family ties. You can see the hunger in my eyes, you can see the passion in my lines. Came from the jungle, I'm aligned, and the flow so clean, sanitized. Plus I got a vision, had to analyze. Gotta build an empire, franchise. You can join the army, you're tapped out. I'm the greatest doing this, yeah, no doubt. Don't start your growth, bro, that's all cloud. Plus I run the whole show, you just run your mouth. Feeling like you're wrong, yeah, I'm in the house. Okay, this so far. Yeah. Okay, this so far. Okay, that's so fire. Take one hit and I get so high. No lie, the kiss so fly. Beans don't burn and the fish don't fry. We slow burn, but the spliff don't pop. Shit don't stop. Look out below, hey, you never know when my shit gon' drop. Hot, that's that blue flame under the pot. That's that food chain, I'm at the top. That's your boo thing all on my jock. Y'all niggas poo tang, my niggas not. Run that shit back from the top. Okay. Killed that shit like OJ. Nigga blowing up like propane.
Hey, what you need, yeah? Man, I got it, wow. What you say, hey? We about it, Get the cream, yeah. Why you slacking? Why you talking all the top, boy, you capping? What you need, hey? Yeah, I got it, with the team, yeah. We about it, wow. Get the cream, yeah. Why you slacking? Why you talking all the top, boy, you capping?
Yeah, why you capping, no? Feel like a rubber band, I've been snapping, no. Yeah, I've been up here with my team, so you know this what I mean. We've been going up like
what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, there we go. Now I'm ready to rock and roll. Smacky to likey. Hitty da subby.
Me likey.
Oh, you bet your ass me likey a lot, okay? Me likey a lot. That is exactly the way I like to start a show, baby. And on top of that, folks, if you have not hit that like button, do me a favor. Go right ahead and smacky that likey and hitty that subby. Yeah. Oh, we're ready to rock and roll today, baby! DJ Stelio is the first super chat of the day. He says that judge ball in Toronto was a double, not a home run. It was a home run. Physics don't work that way. You bada bing, you don't go that way. Ball hit the wall and it went up. All right, physics, top of the wall, ba-ding. It goes that way. That's how it works, folks. I don't want to hear that it's not the case. That is the case. Aaron Judge was robbed. Aaron Judge was robbed a home run. All right, give that man back his homer, damn it. Also, too, I think there was that one year. Wasn't there a year he was robbed a homer against Baltimore? I think it was something like that. I forgot. I don't even remember. I am an Avenger, aren't I? Yeah, I'm an Avenger, all right. Let's see who we got. And here we got my guy, Vinny, who says Aaron Judge is indeed a gift from God. That is true. We got a super duper. Yeah, we the NWO with this shit, damn it. Cody says, what up, boys? Happy New Year to us all. Happy New Year, my guy. Smacky the likey. And Hitty the subby. Timothy Cochran, my friend. How are you doing? Joey Bag of Donuts. Let me tell you something real quick. If your name is Joey Bag of Donuts and you don't have a guy who has another guy who has another guy, you're doing something wrong. Joey Bag of Donuts. Scott Hirsch, the MVP. Ballin'. How you doing? Brett Alexander, my guy. Mario Polo. I was about to call you Marco Polo. Crackle Nuts. Let me tell you something, Crackle Nuts. This guy, Crackle Nuts, had the nerve, okay? He compared Jeff Hardy to the Ultimate Warrior. Let me tell you something right there. He compared Jeff Hardy being better than the Ultimate Warrior. Thank God I got Macho King here.
You told some of the biggest lies that I've ever heard of in my whole life.
Yes. Oh, man. Thank you, Macho Man. The GOAT. The GOAT. God bless everybody. I hope everybody's doing great. Connor O'Neill with the super chat, my guy.
You're simply the best.
Oh, Connor O'Neill says, we'll be doing a meet and greet Saturday night in Tampa. My guy, I'm going to be over there. My guy. And here we go again. We got another super chat. You guys are bombarding me over here. Let's dance. Let me tell you guys something. You guys missed me this much? Come on, baby. The Ultimate Steelio says, oh, God. And said Selma Hayek was better than Samantha Irvin. I'm just going to take a couple of breathers real quick. I'm trying not to think about that Samantha Irvin picture. Drop it on me! Everybody in the Discord knows what I'm talking about. We got another super chat. Tim says, oh man, I just watched the end of draft day. It's time for Cashman to make some big dick moves like Costner did and throw in David Putney because I feel like let's go. Let's go. We're going to talk about some of those big moves, but look, man, the Yankees got to do something because right now that starting rotation is ass. I don't care what anybody says, folks. That starting rotation is ass. Kyle Knapp, my guy, says, Happy New Year, brother. Excited for everything this year at NYYU. I buy the Snell interest. We never really wanted Imanaga, and Snell is close to Judge. That is true. I think they know risk is inevitable. Go for it. Not bad. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Rara with the 99 cents chat, super chat. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Alex, my guy, Rich, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Scott, for the 100th like. You are indeed the GOAT. Thank you so much, everybody. But let's get right into Jacob. No, I don't believe the tickets have changed yet. Don't worry, guys. Again, everybody that bought their tickets for the last event that was canceled, you're okay. You are okay. I promise you this. Take a breather. Everything is okay. Don't worry. You're going to be at the event on April 20th. It's not going away. You're not going to have to buy new tickets unless you used it already. You're going to be okay. Johnny says his changed. I haven't checked mine, to be honest, but this month they should change. Don't worry. Everybody's going to be fine. But let's get right into, somebody just said, oh, God. Anyway, I'm not going to read anything more about Samantha Irvin, okay? Let me just focus on what I do, all right? Let me focus on what I do, okay? Rod Thompson says, April 20th, we will be under Pete's umbrella. Damn right. You're going to be under my umbrella, damn it. Let's go ahead and pull this up right here before everybody just loses their damn mind over here. Our good friend Darius Glover today went ahead and put this out here from Jon Heyman. The Yankees aren't heavily involved for Imanaga. They are looking at the top of the free agent market with Snell, Montgomery, and the trade market. He also went on to say something I've been saying for a little while now because I think it makes the most sense, is that if Jordan Montgomery ends up anywhere, it feels like it's going to be Texas. So Jordan Montgomery, unless the Yankees, maybe blow him away here, or he does want to return to the Yankees, which I don't necessarily believe. He just won a World Series with the Rangers. And, he was a big part of that team winning a World Series. No question about it. It just almost feels right that Monty would end up back with the Rangers. And that is where I do think he is going to go and he belongs, to be honest. Will they pay him enough? I don't know. Will the Yankees pay him enough? I don't know. We are in a very, very weird spot here for the Yankees because we know they put $300 million on the table. They put $300 million on the table for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. We know how that turned out. It's also a big difference. Yamamoto's 25 years old. Yankees tried to sign him to a 10-year deal. The Yankees obviously are not going to offer that same exact money to Monty, to Snell. Snell's a 2-time Cy Young Award winner. He is coming off of the National League Cy Young. If you go ahead and pull up Blake Snell's numbers across the board, again, he is a fantastic pitcher. We know that. We understand that. We get that. Nobody can sit here right now and go, Blake Snell would not make the Yankees rotation better. Of course he would. Of course he would make the Yankees rotation better. There is no denying that. The problem is, are the Yankees going to pay Snell enough money? Are they going to pay him enough money? I don't know that. I don't know if they're going to do that. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do that. I don't know if they're going to pay him enough money. He's going to get a big deal. Boris is his agent, I believe. Is Boris his agent, Blake Snell? I think he is. Yes, Boris is Snell's agent. He's going to get a lot of money, man. The thing, too, about Snell is 31 years old. He's thrown 180 innings twice in his career. Both of those years, he's won the Cy Young. So when Blake Snell is healthy, he's one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball. There's no denying that. But that is when he is healthy. He has not been healthy. Just look at his last 3 years. 2021, 128 innings. 2022, 128 innings. 2023, 180 innings. And, of course, he had this amazing year. Every time he takes the ball, and he's healthy, he's really good. Look at the top. Pitching run value, top 100 percentile. Breaking run value, top 100 percentile. Off-speed run value, 99 percentile. This is all big. Frankie Yankee says, if the Yankees sign Snell, I will like that, but they still need a pitcher. I will still trade for Bieber and sign Jordan Hicks. The Yankees need a lot. They really do. I saw a comment on here I had to respond to. Somebody, I saw it here. I don't know who it was. I don't see anything. Somebody just said, and I've seen this a lot, and it's really starting to just drive me mad. I'm going to have Dane on pretty soon. Somebody just said that Blake Snell isn't worth it. He's a number 3 starter. Blake Snell is a number 3 starter. We have Garrett Cole, a Cy Young. Carlos Rodon could be a top of the rotation starter if he's healthy, whenever he's healthy, at some world. And then the Yankees have probably, at best, a bunch of number 5 starters. At best, the Yankees have a bunch of number 5 starters after that. I've heard this so much. I'm not even going to get into Dylan Cease yet. I'm going to talk a little about Dylan Cease. I had somebody tell me that Dylan Cease is basically Clark Schmidt, so why pay for him? Oh, it's going to drive me insane.
Maybe I am insane. Maybe I am insane. And maybe it's time for you to find out how insane I am. Yeah.
Folks, I don't know what to say to something like that. I really don't. I got no clue. How do you even respond to something like that? I get it. There's some players we like more than others. We sometimes want to overhype our players. The Yankees have Garrett Cole, and if you really want to be fair, they have Garrett Cole and a bunch of question marks or number 5 starters. That is what the New York Yankees have. If you think the Yankees are in a position to sit back and go, whoa there, horsey, calm down. We can't make these type of moves. We can't make a trade. We can't spend a little more money. We are the Royals. We are the Rays. Money is something we can't spend. Then you should go ahead and call up the Padres and say, hey, any way we can renege that deal, because that's the World Series move. And we sat here many times we sat here, and we told everybody, there is no plan B to Yamamoto. He is plan B, A and B. You want to know why we said that? Because look at the fucking room now. But there's got to be a plan B. Plan B was Yamamoto. Look at the room now, folks. Look at, even Montas got 16 mil. Tuh! Rara, thank you, brother. Yeah. Even he got all that money. And there's my guy Hirsch. That's why I love him. Yankees shot their load on Yamamoto. Fact of the matter is, there was never a plan B. Should the Yankees have an idea and for business purposes and the way you run an organization, yeah, of course. Of course you have something lined up. But none of it would be sexy. Do we expect Monty and Cease? Nah, come on, we'll be fooling ourselves, right? It's possible, but do we expect this team to do that? Do we expect Bieber and Monty? It's possible. Do we expect this team to do that? Jeff Passan today came out and said the Yankees are one of the teams that should be interested in Jesus Luzardo. He didn't confirm that the Yankees are going all in for him. He didn't confirm that the Yankees have had multiple conversations. We do know that the Yankees have had conversations for 3 years in a row with the Marlins regarding Gleyber Torres, Peraza, and some of their pitches, and there has been dick to show for it. That we do know. That we do know. 1 second, folks. Just getting Dane set up. Okay. But that we do know. You know, Michael says, are the Yankees really all in, or is Soto just a token? It's a big token to pay. If that's what you feel the Yankees could have done. They needed to make a big move. We know that already. They needed to get people back. But to be fair to the Yankees, At the end of the day, they did offer Yamamoto a shit ton of money. He rejected them. So it's not like they haven't said, we can go ahead and spend money. They've been okay with the idea of possibly spending. I think the problem right now consists of this. It's really simple. Do we want to spend that money on Monty? Do we want to spend that money on Snell? Do we want to maybe spend more on a James Paxton? On a Julio Teheran? Frankie Montas threw 1 1/3 innings last year and pulled out $16 million from his ass. It's a tough market to be in right now where you're like, there's nothing super sexy out there for me. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. Scott!
You're simply the best.
Better than all the rest. Scott says, drinking spiced rum. Hot toddy? Hot toddy? Oh my God, birthday yesterday. I want Monty or Snell. Pay them, please. They got to do something, my guy. They got to do something. Healthy Snell is a guarantee, but look what you just said, Ted. Ted, look what you just said. Ted, I like you, Ted. I like you, Ted. But look what you just said. Healthy Snell is a guarantee. How is that a guarantee? If Snell is healthy, of course it is. But that's the definition of what a guarantee is not. There's no guarantee he's healthy. If he's healthy, who the hell wouldn't pay Snell? Guess what? If he had no concerns over his health, he wouldn't still be available. If he had no concerns over his health, he wouldn't be available. Pay Jamie Moyer already. That's an option. Get old Jamie Moyer back into the business. Why not? But Snell's a guy, again, who has fantastic stuff. There's no denying that. I mean, I'll pull this back up again. We could look at the years. That's 2023, 2022, 2021. A little worse there. But Snell has the stuff. Snell has the stuff. There's no denying that. But all that money, I don't know. My brother Rod Thompson with the super chat. I got to do that little Rockwood. I got to get Rock Steady on there next. That's another one. Talk about the Whispers. One of the most underrated groups, the Whispers. I was about to call them the Whiskers because I was thinking of Georgie the Cat. Okay? But I'm not thinking of Georgie the Cat no more. The Whispers. Rod Tom says trade for a pitcher and sign one. This is the easy way to do it. Can the Yankees do it? Monty is 30 years old. Land and is 38-34 with a career 3.68 ERA. I would give him a 5-year deal for $147.5. That's $29.5 million a year. And I'm not sure if records warrant that. That's the question. That's the question. That's probably the same question the New York Yankees are asking themselves. Is this really worth it? Is this really worth it? Do we really go this route? Because trust me, guys, look, Dane's about to be on. Dane's going to be on at 8:30. We know about Chase Hampton. We know about Warren. We know about these guys. There's even rumors that the Yankees believe they're going to be a big part of this team. But the problem, again, lies with young players and young pitchers. You never know. Michael, you're right. Nothing is a guarantee. But some things feel a little better than others. The one thing you can say about Jordan Montgomery, to be fair, if you want to be fair about somebody like Monty, you want to talk in fairness, right? One thing you can say about Jordan Montgomery is you feel that at least he's going to take the ball. And that is significant. You feel that he is going to take the ball. Look at this here. 30 games started. 32 games started. 32 games started. 157 innings, 178 innings, 188 innings. He's also done it in New York. Understand what I'm saying? So there's guys that are concerned, but at least you could feel pretty confident that Jordan Montgomery will indeed take the ball. My guy, Jeff, the guy.
Thank you for being a friend.
Guys, that song is too classic. I couldn't get rid of that. It's just money. The New York Yankees Trust brought something. I can't read that because I can't see. I'm blind. In $800 million before the yes revenue. How much is a World Series worth? 150, 200 million. Buy the next World Series and worry about crap contracts later. Grab Monty and trade for Luzardo. That would be great. We're going to talk about Luzardo. I'm going to have Dane on here momentarily. We're going to talk about Cease, Luzardo. There was this SNY might be the worst station of all time when they talk Yankees. Every time I see these guys, they got people on it that don't know their ass from their elbow. And then they're coming out with the worst trades you'll ever see in your life. I'm going to talk about it any second. Oh, my guy, Fast Eddie. As I said earlier, Peraza, Pereira, and Hampton for Luzardo might be an overpay. It might be an overpay because people are very, very high on Hampton. They're very high on Hampton. I'm going to have Dane talk about Hampton a little bit. I like the kid. But I also am fucking desperate to win. I am desperate to win. Steph Curry, McFlurry, that's a great question. If Carlos Rodon comes back and he has a bad year, the Yankees probably have to try to figure out a way to get rid of him. And people are going to say, you can't do that. Let me just tell you, the Red Sox did it with Chris Sale. You can figure out a way with Rodon. As long as he shows he's somewhat healthy, he's not just completely hurt, even though Sale has been basically completely hurt. They still got rid of him. So there's ways to get rid of players. You just got to have to do it. Carlos Rodon got to have his shit together this year. If he doesn't, you could almost forget about the season. You could forget about the season if that is the case. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. No, I got my guy. Okay, perfect. We're good. We got everybody's there. Darius says, I don't think that's an overpay. That's probably an underpay. People forget that, Luzardo is 3 years of control. And he's coming off of a very, very good season. This is what I was talking about earlier when I see people say, I'll give him Everson Pereira and Peraza, and I'll throw $5 their way and a burrito from a food truck. And they expect that every team is just supposed to take shit from the Yankees and make a deal. This is the tough position that the Yankees have put themselves in. Is that they have to do something, but not every team has to accept what they offer. You switch over here and look at Jesus Luzardo, folks. Again, I want to show you this. 178 innings last year. This kid is 26 years old. He has 3 years of control, meaning he's going to be cheap for 3 years. He has 3 well above average pitches. Okay? 178 innings, 208 strikeouts. He also does not walk a shit ton of batters. Kid throws 97 from the left side. Fact of the matter is, these guys are costly. I'm going to bring Dane on. Dane should be ready now. I'll make sure he is. If he's not, I won't pull him up. But let me get Dane going here, because I do want to have Dane involved in this conversation now, because there is a lot to talk about. Dane, are you good? Let me know if you are.
I'm good, bud.
Oh, that handsome son of a bitch is here, folks. There he is.
What's going on, guys?
Oh, it's my guy. Look at that guy, man.
What's going on, chat?
I'm just going to look at you for a second.
Oh, don't do that. You get scared.
It's my guy, man. Come on now. Come on, Dan. What are you talking about? Get scared. But Dane, we got to get right into this baseball talk here, man, because sometimes, you level me out because you go, Pete, hold on, man. Like, this guy's really good. Like, I'm telling you, I don't know if you want to do all that. But Dane, the Yankees are in trouble. They're in trouble.
Yeah.
Dane, they're in trouble, Dane.
You're really not going to like my take.
Oh, my God. I got a feeling what you're going to say. Just use the young kids at this point.
No, that's
Okay.
not what I would do at all.
Okay.
That's not what I would do. But let me tell you.
Let me hear your
there's
take.
this-
Go ahead, tell us.
Well, I'm just looking at it from the Yankees' perspective. They
Okay.
have Cole, Rodon, Nestor, who we were all thrilled with to be our number 3 starter coming into last year, and
Right.
Schmidt,
Right.
who was our second best pitcher last year. That's 4 guys for the rotation.
Just because he pitched, to be fair.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But from Brian Cashman and Michael Fishman's perspective, why would you go get 2 starters?
Maybe you're right.
I hate to be that guy, but I'm just talking about purely from the Yankees' perspective. Why do you go get 2? Definitely need 1, but why do you need 2?
You
You hate me.
It's gonna no, not at all. That look, we've seen this team for the last multiple years on how shit the New York Yankees have been when it came to putting a roster together. That's on Brian Cashman. But if you don't want to just blame him, it's on his right-hand man, and that's Mike Fishman.
Yep.
These guys built this roster. They built this roster. You know what I'm
They
saying?
did.
They built this
Yeah.
roster. And look, I got to address this guy, Rocka Village, real quick. Because right away he's saying, oh, Pete, you're willing to trade everyone. No, I'm very clear on what I talk about when I talk about trading prospects. I'm very clear. I say flat out, if you are not willing to call and play the young players when they are ready, which, Dane, you're a prospect expert here. Have the Yankees show that before last season?
Not a single time.
Not at all, right? So,
No.
yes, you better believe I am all about trading prospects to win right now. 150%. I do it time and time again. But the fact of the matter is, the Yankees have shown an unwillingness to call up prospects and actually play them. Before Anthony Volpe, every prospect the Yankees had was like Peraza. Call up,
Exactly.
sent down. Call up, sent down, then you never hear from him again.
Yep.
That's my beef with the Yankees. Have
They
they
sent-
changed that? We hope. And it looks
Look.
like they have.
Look, they brought Luis Heel up, brought him up, and he set the rookie innings
Boom.
limit for, what was it, 19 innings scoreless
19
streak,
shutout innings, they sent them down.
and sent him down.
For who again? I
That-
forgot it was for something stupid. If anybody in the chat remembers who he got sent down for, I
It was for a
remember it. It was
position player.
ridiculous.
It was an outfielder. It was one of those scrub outfielders.
That's the regular. That's regular Yankee stuff. But what are you gonna do? But it's really amazing with where we are. Dane, I've just heard so many bad takes over the last couple of days. And guys, we got 625 people in here. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you have not. David says it might have been for Miguel Andujar. I don't know if that's correct. I don't
No,
feel like that's
I-
correct.
I kind of feel like Greg Allen was the right call.
Maybe it was, but at the end of the day, we do know he got sent down after throwing 19
Right.
shutout innings. It wasn't because he got injured. That wasn't the case.
No.
But Dane, I've heard so many bad takes. And okay, so people say, okay, Pete, maybe you would trade some prospects. Fine, but I'm gonna play something for you guys. And Dane, you should be able to hear this. I'm gonna play this for you, right? This is from SNY today. You probably know what I'm talking about because Carlos.
No, I can't listen to them.
I don't fucking blame you, to be honest with you. But let me play this for everybody. This is Dan Duquette, I believe, who has almost proven he doesn't know dick about baseball. Let me play this for you guys. Good luck.
Time for a decent proposal, Jim. The Yankees
A
need a
decent
starter. What would it take to
proposal,
get
my
Dylan
ass.
Cease from the White Sox?
Well, but first off, Dylan Cease would be third in our draft for starting.
Yeah, really.
That's how good he is. So, but I will say this: the price tag right now is very expensive because Cease has 2 years left. He is I'd say, number 2 type starter, and the White Sox asked for a heavy package. 2 top 100 prospects and 2 others. And, of course, the Reds said no. This is what it would take to just compete for that. I'm not saying the Yankees should do it. I wouldn't do it because I think I would wait till the middle of the summer and then maybe decide from there if you still want them. But it would definitely take either Jason Dominguez or Spencer Jones. But I left Dominguez up there for now. Chase Hampton, who's one of their top starting pitchers. And then one of the next group there, Will Warren or Selvage, who, by the way, you probably need to throw in one more down the.
Dane, are you okay after seeing that?
No. I just went and had to take it. I just went and had to take a nitroglycerin just because my heart was palpitating. But
Now,
he's not wrong on the point.
Go ahead. You took the words right out of my mouth. I want to hear what you say, and then I'll see if it's the same thing I was going to say.
He's not wrong on the point that it will cost you either Spencer Jones or Jason Dominguez to get him. He's not wrong.
I've seen people say Everson Pereira and Peraza, and I'm like, guys, what the fuck? How much crack did you smoke this morning? Because
that doesn't even get the phone picked up.
And I got to do something here real quick. And, everybody knows I'm a fan of Dylan Cease, but I'm not going to bat for this guy because I want him as a Yankee. I'm going to bat for him because people need to recognize talent and why this guy would be costly. Forget all this. Look, okay, he has basically really two to three above average pitches, however you want to see it. Guy struck out 200-plus batters 3 years in a row. But this is something else I want to show you, thanks to Baseball Reference. For the people sitting there going, this guy isn't worth that. Dane, fielding independent pitching. You like fielding independent pitching, yes or no?
Yes, I do. I think it's one of the few analytical stats that I get value from.
100% there with you because it does tell you a story. It does tell you if that pitcher was better than what his numbers actually showed. Last 3 years, 2021, 3.41 ERA. 2022, this is FIP, 3.10. 2023, 3.72 ERA. On top of that, Dane, do you know something that Dylan Cease does almost better than any pitcher in Major League Baseball?
Stay healthy.
He takes the ball every 5 starts. 32, 32, and 32. 3 years in a row. And people are sitting there going, there's no way this guy had a 4 ERA that team should be asking for what they're asking for. Let me tell you, Yankee fans and everybody here, something. When he ends up on the Baltimore Orioles and he looks halfway decent and he looks good and he's helping that team win the East, you'll be talking about it then. Because that's a real possibility.
It is a very. I don't think Baltimore's going to do that, but
I don't know. I don't know. They could get it done easy.
Oh, they could. They could get it done with a flick of their.
That's what I'm saying, right? If there's any team, because I will say this, I don't think he's going to get traded. I think they may wait to the deadline and see what it looks like then to see what his year looks like. But here's the thing I'll ask you. Out of all those teams available, the rival who just won the East could 100%, no doubt about it, land Dylan Cease.
They could land anybody they wanted to with that farm system. It's just they have to decide that that's what they want to do. I still think that's where the Trevor Bauer goes.
Baltimore?
Why not?
Oh, I'm just saying. I'm kind of surprised to hear you say that. Do you think Baltimore is the spot? I'm gonna make a stranger one for Bauer. I think he's back in Japan.
Okay, I can see that too.
I don't think anybody's going to pick him up. I to be honest, I think it sucks. I think it's shitty, but I guess,
But if there's one championship caliber team that doesn't care about what their fans think about what they do,
Baltimore. You're right about that.
Who would bring him in?
You are 100% right about that. Baltimore, no doubt about it. They don't give a poot. They don't give a poot at all, but Dane, I'll ask you, you gave us the Yankees opinion of things as Joe Malone with a super chat says, I couldn't care less if it means giving up Dominguez. Okay, well, hey.
And we're just
I'm not even going to say it's a hot take. That's your opinion, my guy. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I don't either, but the realistic thing is Luzardo, Corbin Burns, Dylan Cease, any of those guys, the package starts with one of Dominguez or Jones. There's no other way around it.
100%.
And if you guys are fine with that, that's fine. Great. Make the deal. I'm just telling you what the realistic cost is going to be.
And you are 100% spot on. So that's something I talk about a lot. I never like to discuss when I'm talking about, players and what does a trade look like. I don't like getting necessarily into that. And the reason I don't like getting into that is because it's truly hard to know fully. But the one thing we do know is that what do teams care so much about now? Control. They love control. They don't play around when it comes to control. They want to sit there and go, hey, you're right. Dylan Cease had a 4 ERA. But you have him for 2 more years. And there's a lot of positives that we can still point out in his quote-unquote down season. But you got Yankee fans, Dane, and this is what I got to tell my fan base because, guys, this is what we do here. We are real talk for the real fan for a reason. We're going to tell you the truth. Here's my issue with a lot of Yankee fans right now, and everybody's entitled to fan how they want to fan and have their opinion. So disclaimer, I'm not coming at anybody. I'm just saying here's my issue with a lot of the takes I've been seeing. Nobody wants to admit truly that the Yankees rotation right now is ass. And any of these guys improve their rotation. But to do that, you have to make trades possibly. Yeah, you can spend the money if you want to do that. But you do have to likely make at least one trade.
Yeah, if you think that you need 2 rotation arms, you got to make one trade. There's no way that they're going to do that both in free agency.
I mean, Dane, you brought up a good point. I think you might have said in our chat or you might have messaged me about it. And correct me if I'm wrong. You said that might be the best Clark Schmidt we've ever seen.
It is.
You don't know. The best. Is all of a sudden he's going to, what is he going to become a low 3 ERA guy next year?
No. He just doesn't have the stuff to do it. And he doesn't go deep enough into games to, even if he had a low 3 ERA for 5 innings, that's not a mid-rotation starter to me.
No, I'm right there with you. We got a couple of super chats here. Oh, yeah, baby. Arson Boone says, trade Soto for Cease. All right, there we go. Yep, hell of a take. Aaron Rodgers says, sup, Pete and Dane? How you doing? Happy New Year. Give me Monty and Bieber and sign Urshela. Call it an offseason. I'd be 100% okay with that.
I'd be fine with that as well.
Very, very fine with that. And, one of the things that drive me mad is you'll be talking about some of these guys. You bring up Dylan Cease and people go, oh, he sucks. You bring up Bieber. Oh, he sucks. He's done. You bring up another name. No, that guy sucks. And I'm sitting there going, wait, what the fuck do we have that I'm missing? What do the Yankees have that I'm missing? Nestor Cortez is great. Clark Schmidt is great. Carlos Rodon was great. All these guys are great. Who? I said it in my video earlier, Dana. Correct me if I'm wrong. As of right now, to be fair, it's Garrett Cole, question marks, at number 5 starters.
Yeah, I would say that that's true. 4 or 5 back end types.
Top.
Yep.
Top. Bronx Bombers 86 with the super chat says, any trade proposal should include Glaber over Peraza, who actually wants to re-sign Glaber for 7 more years for his boneheaded bullshit. But here's the thing. And this is the other thing I'm trying to get people to understand. Other teams are going to have to want him. You don't just say, hey, I'm substituting the young guy that's cheap, that has multiple years of control for the guy who's no longer cheap and has 1 year left only. Can we have a deal? They'll sit there and go, no.
We don't want to overpay for a guy like Bieber because he's only got 1 year of control. Why is a team going to overpay for Torres when he only has 1 year of control? Doesn't matter. He was the second best hitter in the lineup last year. He's only got 1 year of control and simply isn't worth as much as Oswalt Peraza.
No doubt. Guys, do me a favor. We got about 650 in here. Hit that like button and, of course, subscribe if you have not. We're going to start getting to voicemails here momentarily. But
hold on just a second, Pete. Brett just got it right. Heel was sent down for Trey Ambergy.
Yeah. Wow. And then everybody sits there and goes, Pete, why would you want to trade some of these guys? Well, that was the reason. That was the reason why I was very, very willing to trade guys. But yes, would I trade Dominguez now? No. Would I be reluctant to trade Jones? Yes, I'd be reluctant to trade Spencer Jones. Would I be reluctant to trade a lot of the Yankees' top guys? Chase Hampton, Dane knows. I always talk highly of Chase Hampton. I love his attitude. The Yankees need a bulldog. He's that type. So there's a lot of guys on this team I would be reluctant to trade. But you also got to understand that you're in a win-now market. You traded for Juan friggin' Soto.
But I'm going to scare you a little bit by the guy that you just brought up. They think Hampton's going to be ready by mid-season. So if he's up by June, why are they looking to overpay in the pitching market if they have him coming? From the Yankees' perspective.
But again, and I get what you're saying, and that's from the that's what the Yankees probably believe. But then honestly, I'll tell everybody here right now, don't worry about October baseball.
Facts.
That's the case. Don't worry about October baseball. I'll be the jerk off and I'll call every game again. No problem. But I won't be calling the Yankee game in October.
I'm just trying to make the point about what the Yankees mentality might be. And it scares me to death with as little as we've seen from Ryan Cashman making winning moves.
You're right. You're not wrong.
That he's going to go into the season with Cole, Rodon, Nestor, Schmidt, and some combination of Warren, Heel, Beater, Gomes until Hampton is ready. I'm terrified of that.
How many times, we talk about this stuff all the time. You need depth in your pitching, and it can't rely on all of the young guys. One, I don't believe it's fair to them. And two, when does it work out? It typically doesn't always work out. Now, there could be a very real possibility that Chase Hampton comes up and he pitches to a low to mid 3 ERA the rest of the season. And you look at it and go, damn, we got a legit guy.
Yeah.
But again, ready for this? Who else is there if that's the case? Is Rodon healthy? All the other question marks have to magically work. You guys remember 2 years ago when all off season I kept saying, there's too many red flags on this team. And people said, yeah, but. And I said, I don't care. Too many red flags. The Yankees get off to this unbelievable start.
Yeah.
And everybody's comparing to the 98 Yankees. And I go, guys, enjoy it while it lasts because I'm calling every game. They got a lot of shit breaking their way. And I'm not trying to knock them. I'm just saying, enjoy it while it lasts. Don't go off bragging. What happened to the Yankees after that in the second half? They had a couple of injuries, rightfully so. But they were a different team. All of the red flags said, hey, here I am.
Here I am.
We really expect that all those other guys in the rotation, Dane, could even make 20 starts. There you go. Exactly. That's who the frig knows.
That's my point, is that we don't know, but I'm scared.
But we know Monty would.
Yep. We know Cease would.
But see that, and that again is the tough part, because when it comes to Cease and those guys, and I'll be fair to the Yankees on this. Do you want to spend the money? I'll ask you right now, Dane. If the price was $5,165, would you give it to Monty? See? It should be a yes, right? It should be like, yeah, that's what I want. But if you have that reaction, I have that reaction. Same reaction as you. My reaction to that is...
That's $33 million a year. That's a lot of money for him.
Boris is his age. You know he's going to get paid. I'm right there with you. I would sit there and go, I'm so friggin' reluctant to do this. And if that's the case, I hate saying it, you probably shouldn't. But we're in this position. And Dane, I want to salute to you and me, because we sat here and told fans, there is no plan B, guys. Plan B is plan A.
Yeah, that's exactly what we said.
And look at what's happening now, Dane. Now we're almost to the point of when we're going to be talking on here about James Paxton.
I'm sorry. Did you say something?
I did. That was the reaction I was looking for. David says, Dane, you're right. Or they sign a fifth starter. Aaron Rodgers says Soto, Verdugo, Grisham, Monty, Bieber, Urshela, A+. Bro, I'm right there with you. That'll be very good. Alex says championship caliber team. My goodness. So Dane, I'll ask you, man. What's the moves you would make? You're the prospect guy, man. Would there be something that, even being a prospect guy, that you said, hey, you know what? I'll make this deal hurt, but it's worth it. What move would you do?
I'm going after Edward Cabrera. I think that is the move, because that is a realistic piece you could get for Pereira and Peraza, where it doesn't cost you Spencer Jones. Is it the most flashy move? Not at all. Is it a guaranteed winner? No. But the upside with this kid is so high that he could become that number 2 starter this year.
Good. And if people don't know too much about him, I'll ask you guys to do one thing. You don't have to listen to me and Dane talk about Edward Cabrera. I'm about to pull up his what did I spell wrong here? Why the hell is he not coming off of me? 1 second. Oh, I'm spelling the wrong name. That's why. There he is. You don't have to listen to what Baseball Savant says, and I'll show you. There's a couple of good videos on YouTube that you can watch. Pull it up and take a look at what this kid has. Me and Dane today watched a couple of these videos, and he only throws a changeup at about 95 miles an hour.
Through 196, lots of them 93 miles an hour. It's ridiculous how good this kid's stuff is.
The problem with Edward Cabrera and why he has not taken off to be a top of the rotation starter already is because he walks far too many. But you know what, Dane? If you saw some of those outings that we were watching, and there was a couple, I believe, against the Cubs. There was one, I want to say maybe against Cincinnati that he went, or the Cardinals, when he went about 5 or 6 innings, but he always had double-digit strikeouts.
Yeah.
But what that shows you is that it's in there. He can throw enough strikes. He can throw strikes the last 6, 7 innings a game. He could do that. But there's something off. What you have to ask yourself is, before you make a trade like that, and I'm going to be 100% real here, if you traded Pereira and Peraza, I'll be honest, I don't think that's giving anything away for the Yankees. There's no plan for these guys.
I love Oswald Peraza.
I love both of them. I'm a fan of Pereira too. People kind of fell off on him. This kid flew through the damn system for a reason.
Yeah, he when he gets hot, no one hits the ball as hard as he does. We've seen him in a 200 at-bat stretch hit 20 home runs.
Yeah.
The kid has special tools.
Yep.
But there's no place for him.
Bingo.
Peraza, I love the guy. I wish he was our starting shortstop. That ship has sailed. Trade the man so he can play every day and get something that we need. And we need another starting pitcher.
And Dane, me and you talk about this a lot, because the one thing that we don't want fans to feel like is that we are asking that the Yankees just move Peraza. It's because we have no faith in them playing him. And if you really want to be fair, that kid does deserve a chance to play. He does deserve 100%. A chance to be a starter somewhere. People act like this kid is, 26 years old or something. He's not. He has every single chance in the world to do that. You know what I mean? To go play.
He's 23 and was a top 50 prospect.
Alden, do me a favor. I seen you in the chat. You got timed out earlier. Don't tell people to go to other channels while you're in here unless you're out. It doesn't work that way. I don't expect people to go to other people's channels and say, hey, go watch these guys. Please don't do that to us either, unless next time you'll be booted. But continuing on, they need to get a guy like Cabrera. They need to get something, Dane. And if you could get something that has a shit ton of potential, but you got to try to harness that, and maybe it's a project, but it's a very high upside project.
It's an ace starter upside project.
Yeah.
100%. If you give him command and a little bit more control, what does he not have that says I can't be a starter, top of the rotation starter?
He got every. I mean, shit. I'll throw this on the screen. I mean, look. I mean, that's
Exactly.
ace. That's ace stuff.
Yep.
It's ace stuff. So you would trade for Cabrera. That's the deal you would look to do.
Yes.
Would you add in, let's say, for an example, if they tell you Pereira and Peraza is not, if we'd want a relief pitcher also? Let's say a throw-in like a Ron Marinaccio.
You cut out. I'm sorry. I would include
a throw-in like Marinaccio.
Absolutely. I would also include a throw-in like a catcher, like Rortvet, something like that. Anything that it would take to get that done as a throw-in, I would make that deal.
And potentially try to make that deal even bigger. They got a lot of good lefty relievers over there, too, that we
Nardi
could
would be
utilize.
the guy I would target.
Yeah. Andrew Nardi, definitely a guy I would certainly target for the Yankees. And it just feels like, I think it might have been, somebody in the, maybe her, I think it was Hirsch. I think it was Hirsch who left a comment under the last video. And I'm sitting there going, you know what? That makes a lot of sense to me, because Hirsch said, hey, look, I'm okay with maybe dealing a Spencer Jones. But if that's the case, I want more than just one of those guys. I don't want to sit there and just go, hey, we'll give you Spencer Jones just for Lazard. If that's the case, how about we make this deal big? And we get everything that we need and you get everything you need.
Yeah. If they can make a deal like that work, it makes all the sense in the world. I love Spencer Jones, but he's kind of blocked. I mean, you're going to have to get really, really creative to find a place for him in the lineup. It comes down to either you cut Stanton after this year, or you move Jones.
I believe, Dane, and I think you might agree with me. I think that's becoming more and more of a real possibility. If he doesn't turn, by the way, if anybody saw Stanton, he
Holy
is
cow.
Skinny. Let me tell you. Somebody, my guy Johnny Lasagna. Matter of fact, let me pull it up of my guy Johnny Lasagna. Let me see if my guy Johnny Lasagna posted it. Let me double check, see if I can find this real quick, because he did a side-by-side comparison of what Stanton looks like right now, and holy shit, let me tell you.
He looks like he's down 25 pounds at least.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it. He is down a shit ton. Let me see why can I find it? There he is. All right, let's take a look and see. Let me see if I can find a picture. I know my guy Johnny Lasagna posts a lot, so let me see if I can friggin' find it somewhere here. But I want to show everybody this because I almost feel like this is really probably one of his last chances, and I think he knows it. Because it's a dramatic change.
I fully believe that if he's as bad as he's been the last 2 years, there's no way they can carry him in 2025.
I mean, you can't. Not if you want to put the best players on the field, you can't carry him much longer. And here it is right here. So this picture on the left of your screen is from October 2022. This is him now. See if I can make this bigger. There you go.
Whoa.
That is a dramatic difference. If you're somebody who works out, you can see what a dramatic difference that is. I mean, hell, if you got eyes, you can see what a dramatic difference that is.
That is a massive, massive change. And that's not just body fat that he's lost. He's losing muscle mass.
Yes, exactly. But I'll say this. That could very, very well be a good thing.
It could be.
Because
absolutely,
if it is a situation with his knees, if it is a situation where his mobility is a problem, getting lighter would be a better option.
Yeah, that would be the one way your legs would lighten up and not have as much wear and tear on your knees, ankles, joints, and your legs.
Yeah. And apparently, Jeff says he's leaned out. Has he worked on his flexibility? Apparently, that's what he's doing.
Right.
So apparently, he's doing a lot of plyometric stuff. He's doing a lot of Pilates, yoga, and things of that nature. That's what has been said that his offseason was going to consist of. So I don't know. And this is actually new from our good friend Darius. Thank you, Darius, for putting that out there. He's always so good with this. The Yankees offered $8 to $10 million for Frankie Montas, which is basically what we thought.
Yeah, that's exactly what he should have gotten.
Yeah, and there could have been maybe some incentive in there to bump it up to about $14 million. But there wasn't. And I want to get back to, talking about what you said, Dane. You said that you would trade for Edward Cabrera. Are you a believer that that is all the Yankees should do, or would you look to add something else?
I would love to add another starter, but I don't. Again, I go back to if they don't trade Will Warren, he's major league ready. So as your sixth starter with Clayton Beeter as your seventh, that's not a bad place to be. But it could be a lot better. I'm just saying from a Yankee perspective, I could see them only doing the one.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But let's see what you guys are saying, what you guys think. Again, it is now time for you all to go ahead and call in and drop some voicemails. 804-592-6160. It is also pinned. Dane, you heard when SNY was on, right? You could hear it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you should be able to hear this too. Let's get to the first voicemail.
Hey, Pete. NYY, how you doing?
Don't.
So I want to throw something out there. You probably have already talked about this, but what would you think if the Yankees and the Mariners did it for Robbie Ray? I know the jump in salary, and he probably would be the more likely to be moved. So what would you think of a rotation, 1, 2, 3, Cole, Rodon, Ray, probably Cortez and Schmidt. There's still a lot of strikeouts, 1, 2, 3. And what you think, buddy? Peace.
I'll be honest with you, bro. I've been a fan of Robbie Ray over the years. He found something different with Pete Walker, and before he got injured, the first year with Seattle, people were making fun of his first half, but he was absolutely dominating in the second half, and then he got injured last year. What I would say is this. The only way I'd come anywhere near that is if they were to take DJ LeMahieu completely off our hands and just do a flat-out swap. If you're going to, and again, I'm not saying that this is something I would just go ahead and do, but that is the only way it may get any of my ear, is if they're willing to say, well, it doesn't have to be anybody else involved. We'll save a little bit of money, but you could at least swap out something for a starting pitcher. If that's the case and his medicals look like he's healthy and ready to go, I mean, you almost don't have much of a choice. He's been injured a lot of his career, which is always a problem. But you don't have much of a choice. And I think he only got 5 years, I want to say. So he probably only has about 3 left, right? He got 3 years left.
3 years left.
And DJ LeMahieu would roughly have the same. That's the only way that I would somewhat even consider that. Other than that,
I would even include sending them a Heel or a Yoendrys Gomes if it took that to get it done. But if they were taking DJ,
then
I'd seriously consider it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way to me it makes a conversation. Not that we're taking on his money and giving prospects back. I would even say, I think DJ gets 15 and Ray gets like 23, I think. If there's even $8 million over, I'd even try to convince him to throw in another 3 and make it $5 million a year for him. Throw in another $3 million or so, and it's adding about $5 million to your payroll.
Or take one of their bullpen arms.
Or take additional arm, and you'll leave it at the $8 million and just a straight up, 2-for-1 swap. That's the only way I consider something like that. And the more you might look into that, the more possible it could actually sound. To be fair,
yeah,
because apparently they are looking to move some salary.
Yeah, it could be something they would do. I mean, that would save them $8 million, which is not an insignificant amount.
Yeah.
And they're overloaded on pitching.
I mean, it kind of shows where we are as a fan base right now. But...
Yeah, that's the really scary part. If we're talking about taking Robbie Ray back, whoa, we're in a bad spot.
Yeah, we're in a tough spot with pitching. Jay Station says, how do you feel about Stanton losing weight? A comeback. I think it could be a comeback, no doubt about it. I think it could be. I think he could have a comeback year. You never know. I mean, hey, look, let's be real here. Do you think Stanton likes to look up and see him batting 191?
No.
No, not at all. And if they feel like, hey man, this is, something that we believe, maybe he has doctors or he has people saying, hey, let's cut down on the muscle mass. You got enough power. You're naturally strong. You're going to put the ball out either way. Let's get you. We think that's going to lead to better health for you. Maybe it wouldn't shock me if Stan could hit 230 and hit 30 plus homers. That's all I want.
And maybe he becomes true.
Or that. That's a great point. Jeff J, our guy with the super chat, says, a sports psychiatrist I know called me and said that Stanton was inflexible from too much weightlifting. She said he needed to slim down, get flexible. I'm slightly optimistic. Makes sense.
Maybe.
Makes sense.
I hope so.
Yeah. David Douglas says Bobby Malone mentioned Patrick Corbin. I love Bobby Malone. Bobby Malone's been a good guy to us, but you don't want it. You're not that desperate. I take Rob. Dane, question for you. You had to choose two pitchers to be healthy all season. Who you taking? Robbie Ray or Patrick Corbin?
I'd take the field over Patrick Corbin.
100%.
I'm sorry,
Patrick Corbin
is
he's done. If you want to talk about somebody being done, you want to put that guy in the American League East? Really?
No.
Kyle Knapp says, could be a long shot, but interesting enough. Luzardo, Nardi, and Berger for Schmidt, Peraza, Everson, and Jones. Then sign Snell or Monty. Berger can play the infield. Berger played a pretty good third base when he was there. He also beat the shit out of the Yankees that series in Miami.
Yeah, he did.
But I'll say this, bro, to be honest with you, Kyle, I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's enough, man. First of all, Luzardo and Nardi alone are going to be a lot. Nardi, I think, is 24.
Yeah, he's not going to come cheap.
No, and he throws very hard from the left side. Those guys don't just get given away. And Berger, I'm not saying he's anything special, but wouldn't be a bad idea. I take Berger any day of the week to help cover third base with the Yankees. No problem. Plays multiple positions. But Schmidt, Peraza, Everson, and Jones. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you are giving a pretty decent chunk there. But again, I feel like if Luzardo and Nardi are a part of that deal, they'll be asking for a bit more than that. And I know it sounds like a lot because it is, but they'd ask for more. David says, do Yanks wait till after arbitration January 12th before the next move? No, I don't think that has anything to really do with it, to be honest.
No, they better make something happen before then.
They got no choice, but let's continue on with the voicemails. You got quite a few. I want to get to as many as we can. Dane, are you good for a little while?
Absolutely.
All right.
He beat Macho King in the hairs.
Oh, he's pumped up. This is going to be good.
Yeah. All right. There's not much news going on right now, but I'm just checking in because you and Dane are doing the program, and we need to get some inkling of what's going on because everybody's motionless right now and not doing nothing. Well, the holidays are over and the New Year's over, and it's time to get wheeling and dealing because spring training is just a month and change away, yeah. And the Yankees can't hold on to these prospects because now it's do or die this season, dig it. And let me tell you what, we all love our prospects and holding on to them and seeing how they develop and whatnot. But that's why Dane is here to tell us who we can give up and who we need to hold on to. And we need to go for it this year, yeah. So if we got to give up a Jones, which we don't want to do, but if we have to bring in a Luzardo or a Cease or somebody of that caliber to bring us to the next level, then we got to do it. And then it proves a Hampton or a Warren too. We know there's other guys coming up in the system, but now we got to go for it because right now we're only guaranteed a Soto for 1 year ticket. We got to make things happen now. Oh, yeah, Macho.
I just want to see him record one of those one day.
I do too. I want to
see that
one
live, like actually recording that. But here's another update, guys. And again, I'm sorry to do this to everybody, but if anybody expected or hoped that we'd get Dylan Cease, we're not getting Dylan Cease. So the Braves pivoted from Cease because the asking price was too much, says Joel Sherman. And if the Braves are pivoting, the Yankees don't stand a friggin' dog shit chance.
No, the Braves are much more willing to give up. Well, they don't really have anything left that's not on the major league
True,
level.
it's not on the roster. Yeah, I was gonna say that. That's true.
So I don't know
I'm
what
just
they were
losing hope.
asking.
I'm
I
completely
really
losing hope here.
I really think you got to pivot to Cabrera and hope to God that.
But the question is, for the Cabrera thing, and this is a serious question I think is fair. Yankees been talking to this team for 3 years about these type of deals, and nothing has happened.
Right, but Cabrera just came out last year. That was the first time they had mentioned him.
True. Yeah, because the other shit was Pablo Lopez and all that. Braxton Garrett last year was Braxton Garrett and Cabrera. Is what it was last year, yeah. And who the frig knows? Who the hell knows now? But continue on with the voicemails here. Trust me, guys, I'm getting more and more disgusted by the second because I cannot believe the cock tease that this is going to be, that they go out there and they get Soto and then they end up doing nothing else for the rotation. And our number 5 starter is, who the hell knows? Luis
You don't want to
Gil,
hear
I
my
guess,
bull take. You do not want to hear my take on the bullpen.
You can't say that because I want to hear it. Now I want to hear it.
I don't think they're going to do anything else in the bullpen either.
You
let's walk
bastards.
through.
Why are you torturing me like this? Why?
If they believe Clay Holmes is the closer, which I think the Yankees do, they have Loizica, Efros, Canely. They have the 3 kids that they traded for the bullpen this offseason. You have Hamilton, Danny Watson, Jack Neely, Edgar Barclay, all ready to step in.
I'm with. I don't disagree in the fact that the bullpen to me is still my last concern because you have all year to upgrade that. But then with the pitching they have right now, this team could be out of it by July. They could be out of it by July. And I know people got mad. People got mad at Francis on designated spitters, but he's right. God forbid, we don't want to talk about this, but God forbid something happened to Cole. This team is done in April. Done.
100%.
They might as well trade Soto at the deadline. If that's the case, they're done. Forget it. Wrap it up. Go home. Go to sleep early. Trade everyone. And then let L.I. Yankee King become GM and trade the whole team. Because then everything is went to hell already. And the Yankees are forever done. That's it. You'll be hearing this every night.
Yankees lose.
That's what you're going to hear every single night. The Yankees lose. That's what you'll hear every friggin' night of our life. Just get them all out of there. Trade them all. Trade everybody. Because we're done. It's over.
It's not, again, and this is not what I want to happen, but I'm just looking at it from Fishman's perspective. And
I hate that little fuck.
I do too. I've had some choice. I think he needs to go to Shark Island and swim for it. But that's not nice to say.
He needs to meet your man Bigfoot is what he needs to do.
No,
let Bigfoot get a hold of him for a few minutes.
I'd rather have a great white shark get a hold of him.
Jeez, you're worse than me. I was just going to have Bigfoot have him squealing for about 10 minutes straight.
What kind of squealing?
I don't think we need to go there. I'll leave that between them. Mike Fishman, we mean you no harm, my guy. Just do a better fucking job, would you? Do a better job or get the hell out of there. Go retire somewhere. Be done with it. Let's get to the next friggin' voicemail here.
Hello, Pete. Good afternoon.
Jean.
Jeannie.
This is Jean Turlato. And I just wanted to, just quicken to the point. I see tonight's subject is Snell. But there's been a lot of hullabaloo with Luzardo. I absolutely rightly believe so. I would love nothing more than for us to get him and secure him and get that 3-year control. The problem I have is once we land him, obviously a second pitcher for assurance would be great. And I'm thinking, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Edward Cabrera with the Marlins as well? And she just sounds equally sensational. And so I know tonight's subject is Snell, but, and I'm sure he's fine and good and everything. But, I'm kind of leaning towards like that Cabrera-Luzardo combination because they both individually sound really sensational. And anyway, that's all I really have to say other than still not crazy about Hader as a closer and would like to see us secure someone who could be a really great closer as well. Anyway, I'll talk to you on the chat and look forward to hearing the show. Bye.
Thank you, Gene. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, look, Luzardo is a guy that will make a lot of sense. He'd make a lot of sense, but he's also going to be very costly. God, I don't even know who else is available. I know Mario and Kev were talking about some names like Alex Wood, is a free agent out there, and they were just talking about other free agents that are available. It's ugly, man. It's getting really ugly out there right now, and the Yankees are in a really bad spot. I mean, they really are. They're in a very, very bad spot right now. And I don't know. And a lot of people are saying, Bauer's looking better and better by the day. I don't think you're wrong on that.
I don't either.
The matter is, I just can't acknowledge it much because I don't see it happening. No matter what. No. If he came to the Yankees like, guys, I'll play for $3 million. I don't think it'll happen. I think they'd be like, no, we're okay.
I would agree with that. And I just have to say one other thing. This is, again, guys, this is not what we want or what we see happening. It's just a possibility we want you guys to be prepared for because Cashman hasn't given us a whole lot of hope to think that he's going to go on those extra moves.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They've kind of ruined our confidence. And I tell you what, I could listen to Gene talk all friggin' day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of those soothing voices. It reminds me of, remember the movie Billy Madison?
Yes.
Remember his teacher, Miss Lippy?
Yes.
That's who it reminds me of. The
little dog. I can hear that.
Little dog blue, right? It's like that soothing voice. I can listen to Gene's voice all day. Thank you, Gene, by the way.
The voicemail queen.
There it is. Let's get to the next one here.
Man, this is Aaron, all the way down here in the South. Huge Yankees fan all my life. I have to say, I've always enjoyed yours sometimes. When I have to say this really quick. The Yankees, this is our year, 2024, and we're going to achieve great things. Right now, man, it's taking some time. There's some doubt in our minds, but I have full faith, and I believe 2024, we're getting number 28. I'm a big fan, and keep up the good job.
Hey, man. He has the confidence level of it.
He's got more energy than I do.
That might be somebody from the Dukes of Hazzard. That could very well be somebody from the Dukes of Hazzard. And I'm not even joking. He reminds me of somebody from the Dukes of Hazzard. He's ready to fucking go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's ready to friggin' go. I love it.
Hey, Pete,
Yeah.
Fast Eddie here.
Fast Eddie.
I just tried to do an impression of a Macho King in my apartment. I hurt my balls, man. That's gotta be tough doing that. Jeez, aloof. So we described earlier, I was hoping you can throw out to the chat, everybody, about the Pereira and Peraza and Hampton for the Luzardo kid. That might actually be a little overpay. I was just thinking what everybody else thought about that. So, all right, brother. Doing a good job. You take care. Bye.
Thank you, Fast Eddie. Speaking of a goat here, Fast Eddie is no doubt about it, a goat. No question. But yeah, Fast Eddie, I'll be honest, man. When it comes to Luzardo, that might actually be an underpay the more you think about it.
Yeah,
so,
I don't think that gets it done, unfortunately.
Yeah. So, we might be approaching, again, a season where you get in a couple of days span, You had me and Mario going 13 hours. The night before that, I think we did that day, I think I did 6 more hours or something like that.
Yeah, you did.
Next day, we did 13. The day before that, we got Alex Verdugo. And when we got Alex Verdugo, I said, oh, shit. Other people are going, oh, my God, no, that means we're not going to get. I said, that means we're getting Soto. That's the reason they got the 2 lefties. That is it. They're going to get Soto. They're going to land him. We waited 13 hours. We got that. And Dane, you know this because you're a Yankee fan. That is the highest of highs that we've been at for a long time.
Since Garrett Cole signed.
Oh, man. It was the highest of highs. Rara, thank you so much for the super chat, man.
Rara, thank you.
It is the highest of highs. Carlos, yes, Mario did himself a little fade. He didn't take everything off. I'm cool with that. Everybody else was cool with that. The kid didn't want to go bald, okay? He's a young guy. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all either. But he did take, all the curls are gone. He took it very, very low. But it was a high of highs, man. And I'll be honest, this will be one of, even though they made that move, this offseason would have hurt so bad if they don't follow up with anything else.
I agree.
It'll kill me, man. It would absolutely friggin' kill me. I'm not even kidding.
I just don't know that they're going to be willing to put a big money outlay out there for someone on the wrong side of 30 in Snell or Montgomery. They're
the only 2 on the free agents. Imanaga, is not happening. I mean, it was announced today they don't really have interest in him, which is probably the right thing.
I don't really care for him, but Mike Clevenger is another guy that has familiarity with Blake, who would not be a bad option to be a 5th starter kind of.
Not at all. When Clevenger's taking the ball, he's been very good.
Right. And he got clear to the DV stuff. So
yeah, that's correct.
He's not in trouble for that. So I think I might take a chance on him at a cheap deal. $5 million.
My God, man. I mean, you got to look at cheaper options. And I know that sounds silly, but again, the question that I posed to you earlier, will you be willing to go 5 years, 160 for Monty? If your response immediately is not yes, then it's probably not the right thing to do. Because I think, Dane, any of us would have said, I give 10 years, $300 million to Yamamoto, no problem.
Yeah.
Done.
Not a question.
We all would have sat there and said, do it. Yankees need that. Let's go. But go ahead.
Oh, and I was just going to say, and he's worth passing up on the guys next year to get him this year.
That's right. So if that's the case and you're sitting there, you go, 160, look, I like the guy, but I got concerns. I got hesitate. Then you don't do it. Then you can't do it. And yeah, the Yankees are in a spot where I'm going to get mad at them, but I understand the spot that they're also in, and I'm not trying to make an excuse for them. But I do understand that missing out on Yamamoto, as Hirsch said, they kind of blew their load in that regard for the guy they wanted. And they went hard after him. Anybody tell you they didn't, tell them to go fuck themselves. They don't know what they're talking about. The Yankees went all. If people really believe that Yamamoto sat there and said, hey, Wolf, do me a favor. I want to go to the Yankees for $25 more million. You really think the Yankees would have sat there and said, yeah, can't do it?
No, they would have given that money in a heartbeat.
25 men. And if it had anything to do with, we don't want to pay him more than Cole, then you go ahead and add a year or 2. He's only 25. You could have very easily made it work. Cole doesn't give a shit.
No.
Anybody saying that you're out of your mind, I'm sorry. I'm the last person to defend the Yankees and things like this. They went balls to the wall to get this guy. You can't sit there and go, nah, wasn't going to happen. They weren't going to let him throw his javelin in the outfield. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Yeah, they were going to do everything to get this kid. Fact of the matter is it didn't work. And am I upset with them for not having a plan B? No, because there was none.
There isn't a good plan B. That's why we were saying plan A is plan B.
Exactly. David says, if we have a decent offense, what I want is innings eaters. And that's not bad. And that's why I think a lot of us say maybe a guy like Bieber isn't as bad as people think.
Right.
Can he stay healthy? Who knows? Monty is an innings eater. Cease is an innings eater. That's what they are. They take the ball. The Yankees don't have guys that'll take the ball besides Garrett Cole.
But the one thing with Monty and the one thing with Snell is if you sign those guys, that is Cole, Rodon, and whoever that is going to be your 1, 2, 3 for the next 5+ years.
That's
the
right.
majority of Aaron Judge's prime years he's got left, that's your 1, 2, 3. So is Monty worth passing up on Corbin Burns next year?
That's right. If you had to give one of those guys that contract, who would it be? I think that's a very, very strong point. I like Michael Lorenzen, says Jack. I mean, at that point, it's pick your poison.
Yeah, it is.
You know, at that point, if that's the route you want to go and you want to look at more of the bottom tier starting pitchers, I think you go with your best baseball minds and you go, who's the best out of this group? Marcus Stroman? I mean, who's the best out of this group? I mean, you know what I mean? Clevenger, who is it? Alex Wood, who is it? All right, bring him in on a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Give him a 2-year deal. Bring him in. We'll figure it out. I mean, that's the spot the Yankees are in. But let's continue on with the voicemails. We got quite a few here. I don't know if I'll be able to get to every one of them, guys. We got about 14 here. Let's go to the next one.
Hey, Pete. How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
Frank from Tennessee. Now, I know this isn't the most popular option, but if we want to do it the most economically and get the most bang for the buck, considering what the market's been, we've already seen that. One, trade for Lazario from the Marlins. If you got to give up Spencer Jones, you got to give up Spencer Jones. Remember, prospects are suspect until they're proven. Lazario got good numbers. He's got real good stuff. I know he's a lefty, but hey, lefties are great in the Bronx, right?
Yep.
2, here's the unpopular one even more. Sign Trevor Bauer. Guarantee you that he will not get more money than Frankie, my arm's blown off my shoulder, Montas. Bet you can get Bauer for 10 to 12 mil with incentives for another 5. There you go. Keep your salary under 300. Plenty of money to re-sign Juan Soto. I'm cutting this off because I don't want to take too much time. Out.
It's a really good voicemail, man. That's a really good voicemail. You know, Dane, I'll ask you, and he called him Lazario. It's Lazardo. I mean, we know who he's talking about. But Dane, if the Marlins said, look, we're really high on Spencer Jones, we also need a shortstop, and we want 2 other pieces for Lazardo straight up, is that something you will look at right now and go, you know what, let's do it?
Depends on what the 2 other pieces were.
All right, let's say the 2 other pieces are Everson Pereira, and the other piece is, let's go with one of their relief pitchers, Marinaccio, Johnny Loizaga, one of those guys.
I think you have
Ian
to
Hamilton.
take a really hard look at that, but that's probably a trade that I do.
All right, so let's just say you would do that. And look, that's not something, you know, that I think it probably wouldn't happen that way. But let's just say we did that. And let's say we signed Trevor Bauer. Let's go along with the caller here, because I love one thing I love about doing this is that you guys, the chat has a voice, and we want to discuss what you guys said.
Yep.
But I wanna make a point on why I said this voicemail was actually really good. The Yankees entered next year in a rotation, let's just say for the hell of it, right? And I don't care about the order. Figure out the order however you like. But if it was Cole, Lazardo, Bowers, Rodon, and whoever else is number 5, holy friggin' shit.
That's a hell of a rotation.
It's a hell of a friggin' rotation.
Still some question marks, but
there's a little,
not
but nowhere near as this. And I mean,
Nope.
if you sit there and go, Lazardo's going to have the same year he had last year, or relatively the same. Let's say his ERA even goes up to 3.75.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. Then you say Bowers. Pitchers do a mid-3 also. Holy friggin' shit, Dane. That is now that's a legitimate rotation. No matter what people say, I don't care what. I'm not talking about guys off the. I'm just simply talking about players on the field here, baseball only. I'm not talking about all the other stuff. Holy shit. I mean, now you're sitting back going, let's get the season going.
Yeah.
Whether you
and then you have
no matter how you feel, man, that's a friggin' rotation right there. It's a rotation.
And then you still have Chase coming mid-season to bolster that even further.
Yeah. I'll even go further on something like this. If I were the Yankees and I had a conversation with I think it's Rachel Luba, right, who is the agent of Bauer still.
Yes.
If I had a conversation, he'd say, "Yeah, I'd play for the Yankees." I would try to do something along the lines of you could put him on a 2-year deal. Try to get it as cheap as you. Hey, look, we'll give him a deal right now, but he has to accept this. I'll tell you this. I'd be very, very willing to then include some top prospects in the deal to land another top starter. If I know that I get this guy very cheap and I could potentially get a guy like Luzardo, I'd give up the deal that we just said. 100%. I'd give that deal up.
I have no problem with that. I'm just not sure the Yankees will. I would love to see it.
Wow, man. I mean, that was a very, very good call. That was a very, very good call.
Who was that?
I think it was retired MCO. And by the way, thank you for your service, brother. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you so much.
But that was a really, really good call. Kind of has me sitting here thinking, seriously. I'm like, you really want to look? I don't think anybody's going to get Bowers, and I got a feeling that guy will not even be in the majors again. He already kind of put out some stuff about being blackballed and this and that. Yeah. So who the frig knows? But we got another super chat from Jay Taylor. Is that Jake Taylor from Major League? If so, unfortunately, we don't need a catcher, but I'll take you as the manager of this club any day of the week. The problem is we're talking ourselves into guys, and out of them in the same breath, the rotation can still be upgraded even if it's not a sexy name. Agreed. That's what we're saying. What we're basically saying is, yeah, some of these guys are lower tier, but they'd still be better than what we have right now. And the Yankees are basically getting to a point of desperation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you get desperate to the regards of you throw out $165 million maybe where you don't want to. I'm saying, but maybe you get desperate enough that Bowers becomes sexy.
I'll be honest with you. If it was between Bowers and Snell, I'd rather have Bowers.
For that money difference, I'd rather have Bowers over both of those guys, Monty or him.
Yeah.
And again, people see this and it's controversial because off the field stuff. We're not I'm talking strictly Major League Baseball here. I'm talking strictly a pitcher. That is it. That's all I'm talking about. Strictly as a pitcher. Guys, we're at 22,538 subs. Can we get 12 more subscribers today to get to 22,550? We still got a lot of super chats. We still got a lot, not super chats, my bad. We still got a lot of voicemails to get to. Let's go ahead and get to the next one.
Hey, Pete. Hey, Dane. I was thinking, it's been a while, and I mean, like, the only thing the Yankees have done was these minor trades and the big trade of Soto. I believe the Yankees are really ain't gonna do anything else. I really do believe that.
I don't know about you guys, but this thing's breaking up on me. I could barely hear it.
I can't hear it at all.
My guy, I apologize for that, man. You got to be a little clearer. I put my volume all the way up. I could barely hear it. So let's go ahead and get to the next one here.
Hey, Pete, Kyle Malay here. Just want to say Happy New Year to Dane and you again.
Thank you.
But I want to mind.
And that one died also. So I don't know if it's something on my end or no voicemails coming through, but let's get to the next one.
Hey, Pete, do you think the Yankees should go heavy into the trade market this year instead of free agency? So that way, when the books open, they get more money to try and extend Soto? See you, Pete.
Look, I'll just say it like this. I think the Yankees could extend Soto no matter what. He's just one of those talents where you can go so far with the years of a deal that you're going to be somewhat comfortable with the AAV.
Yeah, Hal Steinbrenner already came out and said that next year the plan was always to go after Soto anyway. So they were already preparing to make. They were already preparing to make a big offer. I don't think what they do pitching wise has anything to do with retaining him.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Acevedo says Imanaga for 4 years, $40 million. There was a report today that said he's going to get $100 million. So, and look at the money that's out there right now. I mean, he's gonna get money. You know, I mean, everybody's out there making money, so I don't think it's gonna be any less for him, to be honest. And he's not a guy I'm willing to go after.
No, not with that home run rate.
No, man, 17 homers and 148 innings in Japan. That's really scary. That's really scary. Let's go ahead and get to the next voicemail.
Hi, Pete. I have a question for you. Would you be interested in Patrick Corbin since he's only a year? And we would have the Nationals eat a couple of mil off of his contract, and we would offer them like Pereira or maybe someone like that, and we'd try to get like Garcia in there or some shit, or maybe put a Robbie Ray trade down or try to get a Kyle Freeland or someone like that. How's it going?
I'll tell you, man, and it's unbelievable to me that we've heard Patrick Corbin twice.
I can't believe that. Has no one watched him pitched?
I'm just going to put this on the screen real quick.
Blue's not good, guys.
This guy could be in the blue guy group. He could be in the friggin' blue guy group. This is not what you want. Is that Eli's cousin? Oh, guys, this is not, bro. Folks.
Poor Eli.
I'm going to say this real quick. The Yankees have I take Will Warren any day. I take Clayton Beater any day. I take Chase Hampton any day over Patrick Corbin. There's no reason you'd go that route.
I'm giving Luis Heel a shot before I give Patrick Corbin.
100%. 100% with you.
Hey, everybody. Hey, what are you today? I think the Yankees will make another move very soon. I don't know if it's going to be a big move, a small move, somewhere in between. I just feel like they're going to make a move. Have a great day, everybody. God bless.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that, my guy. And look, Eric, they got to make a move. They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. They got to do something. But that friggin' out of the voicemail still on my mind, man. I got to play the next one here.
Yeah. What up, damn it, Dane? It's the one and only friendly neighborhood DJ Steely. Yo.
Love it.
You oh, no, I can't do that. What's up, guys? What's up, chat? How you doing?
How you doing?
Is it? Yeah, it is hump day. How you doing? Hey, man. I know there's no news or Yankee news whatsoever, man. These beat writers are worse than Crackle Nuts saying that Warrior is ass. Like, no.
Wow.
It's like sometimes I just want to punch the dude in the face, but I can't, man. He's really trying to win the LI of the Year award 3 days into 2024. Goodness gracious, man. I can't. Anyways, man, love the show. Keep it up, guys. Also, before I leave, I got one more thing to say. What genres are national anthems? Country. Gotta go. Peace.
I always say this. I love the guy.
I do too.
That's all I'm going to say. I love the guy. I'm not going to say anything else. I happen to love the guy, damn it. And that's all there is to it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's all there is to it. I love my guy, Steelio. I love this whole damn chat. I love everybody here, damn it. I love it, okay? How come no hot girl Yankees calling the show? John, I have no idea. I don't really ask. You know, I don't sit there and ask, hey, if you got some double D's and long blonde hair, go ahead and call, go ahead and call it, baby. Come on, let's hear ya.
If you did that, I'm not sure we'd find you ever again. Jared make mincemeat out of you with knives and sandals.
Oh God, I don't think that's the case. You know, she'll kill me probably. Probably worse than that. Who the frig knows? And there she is in the chat. Hey, honey, how you doing?
Hi, Jira.
Let's go ahead and get to the next one before I get in trouble.
Yo, Pete. How's it going? This is Robert from Cali. I jumped on here with you and Dane. I got a little proposal for you. Let me know what you think. How about we trade for Cabrera, go out and sign Snell, maybe last year's a little more money. That's 2 pitchers, lefty and a righty. Okay, then we can go ahead and use the rest of that Smono money and get Hicks, Jordan Hicks, not Aaron Hicks. Then from there, you know, we have our bullpen shored up, 2 starters, and because we need to show Soto something. He's going to be like, I came here to win, and, you know, nothing's really going to be popping off because we need to get Soto re-signed. Let me know what you think. Peace.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, I feel like we've kind of exhausted all the outcomes and possibilities.
Kinda. I don't see them signing a big bullpen piece unless they can somehow trade for a closer.
And there's just nobody I don't think there's anybody really available. I mean, you heard about the rumors of Emmanuel Clase, but they want a shit ton for him, and I don't blame them.
That starts with Spencer Jones too.
No doubt about it. I would say, Dane, I think it's Devin Williams would probably start with Spencer Jones, minimum. I mean, Devin Williams is one of the best guys in the game, so you know, the Atlanta Braves walked away. Yeah, William, there was the rumor that they had the White Sox wanted Jackson Holiday for Dylan Cease. So if you're thinking here about what it's gonna take and you compare that to what the Yankees could give, you probably don't have a deal there. And that's, again, look, I think the Marlins are open for business. And the one thing I'll say is when Jeff Passan says it, he usually has a good amount of evidence behind that to say they would deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to bullshit. He's not going to put out something to go, you know, there's nothing to talk about. Let me just go out there and say basically everybody besides Yuri Perez is available on the Marlins. He's not going to do that. So with that being the case, and this is why I like that last call, because if you could get a cheap starter with such a high ceiling that Bowers has, I know it's probably very unrealistic, but that would make me, if I'm Cashman, a lot more comfortable to say, hey, let's talk about this deal. You know, we would love to add one of your starters I would start with. See what it would take for Luzardo. Can you put Jones instead of Dominguez? Can maybe you keep one or two of Hampton or Warren? You know, can you give up Everson Pereira and Peraza in that deal, which really doesn't affect the Yankees, I don't think, getting rid of those guys. They're kind of blocked, and I don't see a future for them here. If you could do something like that, that works well. But I also think if the White Sox are asking that much for Cease, the Luzardo ask is going to be just as insane, if not crazier.
It's going to be just as much, if not more. Because he's got more control. He's left-handed.
Additional year. Throws 97, 98. I mean, big K numbers also. We got a couple more voicemails only, guys, and then we'll get ready. We'll wrap up at about 10 o'clock, guys. Do a 2-hour chat today. Let's get to the next one.
Hey, Pete. Hey, Dane. First, last.
Yo.
Hey, just wanted to throw my 2 cents in here. You know, especially with the rotation. To me, honestly, it's pretty clear. I don't know if you've seen me in the chat, but to me, Monty makes all the sense in the world. Like, he's a great number 3 guy. You know he's going to give you innings. You know, he's not going to be the ace of the staff, but he doesn't have to be. And, you know, he's done it in New York, and he's proven over the last couple of years that he's a big game pitcher. And it's just money, right? It's just money. And the Yankees have that. Then you go trade for Cabrera. I think that's a very, very doable trade where
Agreed.
Miami needs what you know, a guy like Peraza, Pereira, Rortvet, maybe throw in, you know, like you said, a Marinaccio. Very doable trade. And all of a sudden you have a really strong rotation. And I like Hader. I know some people don't want to give him 20 a year, but you know what? It's just money. And if you signed Monty and Hader and got Cabrera, your pitching is right there with anybody. So that's what I would do. I would try to make that happen. And then if you need to, you can have Schmidt and or Cortez in the bullpen. To me, you're set. Let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.
I mean, look, I don't look, would I come on here and go, the Yankees signed Montgomery, I'm upset about it? No. I'm not going to
But would you be thrilled?
I don't think I wouldn't be, I don't want to say I'd be thrilled. I'd be happy.
As your number 3 starter for the next 5 years.
Yeah, if that was the way they went and that's the move, I wouldn't come on here and go, this was a bad deal from the Yankees. They shouldn't have done this. I'm sorry, but all I'm looking at is 2024. I'm sitting there going, hey, man, now your question mark is Carlos Rodon. Is this guy going to be good? Is he going to be healthy? Is he going to be in shape? Is he going to be ready to rock and roll? If the injury bug was the problem last year, maybe he was out of shape. He barely had a spring training. We know that's not making excuses. That is the fact. Was he good? No. But we're not making it. He didn't have a spring training. He made like two or three starts in Double-A and was up to the majors in that game in Colorado. Never looked like himself. Didn't seem like he ever really had a handle of what he was ready to do. But if you go out there then and you go, let's again, I'll pay attention to first last here and go off of basically what he said. Let's say the Yankees rotation to enter the season is Cole, Rodon, Monty, Nestor or Schmidt, and Cabrera. I'm looking at that and I'm saying there is a lot of potential for the New York Yankees rotation. A lot of potential. What it also has now done is given us the depth that we need to sit there and go, well, if Nestor's struggling, Schmidt could come in that role, or vice versa. Or if there's an injury, Will Warren is a call away. He's right there. Clayton Beater is right there. Luis Heel is right there. Chase Hampton is close. You feel a lot better about, we're going to have guys that could take the ball that have good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would feel that way about getting Monty. Is he my number 1 get? No. Would I get mad if the Yankees gave him money? No. I wouldn't. Because again, one is not my money, and 2, he makes the team better.
I like Monty better than Snell.
Yeah, if somebody were to tell me Snell's going to get more money, right?
Mm-hmm.
AAV-wise, definitely. He should get more than Monty.
Absolutely.
If there's a chance that you can get Monty, you think there's a chance you get Monty at like 5 years, 130?
No.
I don't think so either. I think somebody's gonna cough up a little more dough.
I think
San
140
maybe
would be the absolute lowest I could see.
That's what
28 million a year.
28 mil a season. Yeah, that probably sounds the most realistic. But I mean, those are things there where I don't think any Yankee fan could complain if you got him.
No.
I mean, shit, Sandman says I like Snell more. Sandman, look, Snell is the better pitcher when he's on the mound. But if there was a way to look into the future and go, Snell is going to pitch 175 innings every year for the next 4 years. Hell, for the next 3 years. I'd give him a 5-year deal tomorrow. But there's no guarantee of locking that in.
No.
And that's the tough thing there. We read that already about what Heyman said. So I read that a little earlier. Go ahead, Dave.
No, I was just going to make the point that with how expensive the pitching market is, do you really believe that they're not going to give Nestor or Schmidt a chance to start?
Yeah, no, I think they will. Of course they will.
Okay.
Of course they will. But, that's still adding one starter.
Right. They absolutely need to add one starter.
of
There's
course.
absolutely no question. I'm just wondering about them adding two with the expense it is to acquire starting pitching in this market. Will they do that?
And you're right. I mean, you're spot on. And guys, we're 2 subscribers away from 22,540. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, turn notifications on so you never miss one of our videos. Tomorrow, by the way, guys, NYYST is live at 8:30. So the NYYST podcast will be live at 8:30 mañana. And there's a Yankee hot stove tomorrow too. So there might be some news regarding the Yankees. A lot of times they like to wait around those hot stove times so their network gets to pick up on some more views.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a tough spot. Let's get to the last voicemail of the day.
Pete and Dane, Happy New Year, you sexy bastards. How you been?
Thank you.
Richie Martinez here. I know this is a wild one, but what do you think Farhan Zaidi and the Giants would want for Logan Webb and Camilo Doval? It makes sense. We got an ace and a closer right there. I'd give them a lot of shit that they asked for. Anyways, keep up the good work. Stay safe. Be good. Holla.
Richie Martinez, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. God, that's a major deal. I mean, that would be an absolute huge deal if you're talking about, what Luzardo and these other guys would. Now you're basically bunching up a very, very good. You're bunching up an extremely good starting pitcher in Logan Webb, and then you're adding one of the more elite young closers in Major League Baseball. I mean, you better be ready to pony up the entire damn club.
Yep.
You better be ready to pony up the whole damn club. So, I mean, there's another guy who takes the ball a lot. 148 innings, 192 innings, 216 innings. Ground ball machine, as you can see, top 99 percentile. Great movement on his heater. Great sinking action. Be a tough one. I don't know if the Yankees even have what it takes.
Well, they do if they want to get rid of Jones, Arias, Dominguez. I mean, Lalane. I mean, you could get a ton for Henry Lalane.
Yeah, no doubt. And Rara with the super chat says Cole, Bowers, Luzardo, Edward Cabrera, and Warren would be his top 5. I don't know.
The one good thing with Warren is he pitched 130 innings last year, so he is fully stretched out. He'll be able to give you 150, 160 innings, and as a back of the bullpen or rotation option, that's not too bad.
So this is from our friend Bobby Malone. I'll put this one on the screen. This is Scott Boras. Snell has won a Cy Young both in the East and the West Coast and in both leagues. He is open to all clubs and is seeking winning and competitive environments. That is what Boras said when they asked him, would the Yankees have a shot to get him? So again, Scott Boras is probably one of the best out there when it comes to hyping his players up. He even does a thing a lot of times where he'll take a short period of time, maybe like 2 or 3 years, and compare it to a legend. He did it with him and compare him to Randy Johnson. I was like, well, during these years, he was better than Randy Johnson. And he does little things like that to sell his players, and he's one of the best in the business for a reason. Acevedo says if they can't go after Burns or Cease, get Bieber and bring up Hampton. Hill, Clark, and Gomez will help a lot out of the bullpen. Correct. L.I. Yankee King. Oh, God, I'm scared to read this. With rotation, Yankees already have innings issues with Rodon, Schmidt, and Cortez. Do you really want to sign Snell and add another SP with innings issues? That's actually one of the best takes L.I. has ever had on here. And yeah, that's one of the legit concerns there is, do you want to do that? Is that something you would seriously consider? Is giving all that money to somebody you're not sure is going to be able to make as many starts?
That amount of money.
And Dane, there's one thing we didn't even talk about. Could the Yankees just say, you know what? Fuck it. The hell with the damn rotation. Get me Bellinger. Sign Bellinger. Let's have this insane offense. Maybe we could get him on a 5-year deal. He becomes our first baseman. We have more trade positions there. Maybe we could trade for a guy that's under contract as a starting pitcher for a year. For a Rizzo or for a Glaber. A starter swap, maybe a guy with 1 year left. Add another starter. I don't know who it is. Maybe Bieber or somebody. I don't know.
I think Shane Bieber makes a lot of sense.
I still think Bieber makes sense. I know there's a lot of people that keep saying his arm is shot. I don't necessarily see that. He throws strikes. His velo was down a little bit. But he's
That
also
ground
a
ball
pitcher's
rate.
pitcher. That's what it is. The ground ball rate is very attractive.
Yeah. I could see a Bellinger move. Do I think it's likely? No, but it's almost feels like making a super offense makes more sense than going out and acquiring the pitching that is available.
Jon Heyman also said, by the way, too, Jeff Passan said the Yankees love Monty and want him back. Whoever you believe, I guess. Jon Heyman said the Yankees have no chance at Monty.
I kind of believe that, to be honest.
I don't. The only way I see Monty coming back is if he took less money, and I don't think that's going to be an option for him, to be honest. I don't think that should be a problem.
No, I think he'll get the money he wants in Texas. It's just too perfect of a fit. They need innings. They need depth with Scherzer and DeGrom out. I mean, they need help.
Yeah, no doubt. Hirsch says Rodon blows more kisses than a Miss America pageant winner.
I love that guy.
That's why he is the one-line king, man. No doubt about it. He is certainly the one-line king. Dane, anything?
Hey, Kelly. No, we can get pitching without giving up Jones. Don't be stupid. Kelly, we're not saying we can't give up pitching without adding Jones.
Yeah, nobody said
But
that.
to get good people, you're going to have to give up Spencer Jones or Jason Dominguez.
Yeah, a lot of people believe that this is MLB The Show with the trade thing off, the forced trades on, where you just trade whatever you want. I've had so many people reach out to me, and they said Everson Pereira, money, or low A prospect, and Pereira for Dylan Cease. And I'm like, are you guys smoking crack? Like, you do understand that another team has to enjoy and like our package to make that move.
Yeah, there has to be a reason.
They don't just give things away.
No, the other 29 clubs are not our farm team. They are not here to make the Yankees better, as much as some people think that. If a deal doesn't make sense for them, why are they going to do it? If it does not make their club better, why do they do it?
Yeah. You're 100% right, man. You're 100% right. No question about it. And, you look around the league and you try to maybe pencil together some other players that can make sense. And I'll be honest with you, man, there doesn't seem like there's many unless, Cashman's been working on all the stuff that we don't know. But one thing I've been begging from Brian Cashman, and again, I feel like he's proven my point that he just can't do it, is to be more creative.
And that's my concern that's why I'm laying out this nightmare scenario with the rotation and the bullpen, is because we have not seen anything from Brian Cashman that says he can be creative enough to go get these deals done without massively overpaying.
That's right. That's right. Slim Lewis, my guy. I see the rock from you, Dane. It came a little late.
Yeah, I did.
It did. It came a little late, but you got it in there. Slim Lewis says, despite his inconsistency, Snell is better than every Yankee pitcher besides Cole of the last 10 years. I hope we get him. Again, it's hard to disagree with anybody when it comes to pitchers being better than anybody besides Cole on the Yankees right now. It's not a hard conversation to have because it's obviously true.
Yeah, it very obviously is.
But guys, we're going to get ready to wrap this live chat up today. We put in 2 hours for you guys today. There was a little bit of news, and look, don't worry about it, guys, because January will be live. We got the podcast running. Everything is truly ready to rock and roll. We're very excited about what is to come this year. Again, we Got a lot of new subs today. I thank you guys for that. We're 12 short of 22,550. So if there's anybody out there, that likes the Yankees or like baseball in general, send them our way and get them to hit that subby for us. Dane, I think I really don't have nothing else to add, man.
I just want to answer Sports Highlights question about Luis Castillo.
Please, go ahead.
The Mariners aren't trading him unless they get absolutely blown away. No chance.
Yep, that makes sense. And that's kind of how, the elite pitchers that are available out there, that would make sense. Here's another one. I think Darius just posted this, but I just want to show you where fans are coming from. Marlins receive Everson Pereira, Oswald Peraza, Clark Schmidt, and the Yankees get Jesus Luzardo. If you're the Marlins, why are you doing that?
They wouldn't.
For Edward Cabrera, you could have a conversation. For Jesus Luzardo, who just struck out 200-plus batters and 170-plus amazing innings.
They're not doing that.
3 years of control. Why would you do that, guys? Come on, man. And I get it. Look, we want the best pitchers also. But it's not that easy. It's not that easy.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, Dane. Sorry.
I was just going to say, guys, if you haven't checked out our top 30 site, you should do that. If for no other reason, to familiarize with what we have coming.
Great point.
Just if you want to, even if it's just to understand what to throw into trades more, look at it so you understand, and you'll be ahead of your knowledge on 95% of the Yankee fans out there.
Yeah, and you'll know what's coming up. Dane is right. I think our top 10, I think our top 30 is better than any list out there. No doubt about it. It's right there. Jared just threw it in the chat, our top 30. Be checking out NYYunderground.com, guys. Again, we got more merch on the way. We have a bunch of merch on there. Great news articles. And again, I think the best top 30 prospect area that you'll see in hours updates, basically monthly, is what we'll be doing when that season begins.
It's a little slow right now because there's not a lot of reason to change it. But as soon as that we get information, that will change monthly.
Yep.
And for anybody that doesn't know, we've got 75 prospects listed with in-depth scouting reports. So if you guys go look a little bit further through, you can see 75 prospects we have in our system. It's a great resource to have.
Yep, no question about it, man. So, got a lot of great people working on the website side, and just great things overall. And of course, follow us at NYY Underground across all social media platforms. We're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. So wherever you look up NYY Underground, you should be finding us somewhere. And make sure you follow us across the board, guys. A lot of great things coming this year. We're headed down to spring training. We'll be doing live chats. The podcast will be live on site every day and every night. We'll even do some fun vlog stuff where we're sitting down, having some drinks, chilling, cooking food, having a good time. We've got a lot of great things planned. So with that being said, guys, until there's any news that breaks ever, NYYU got you covered. So until next time, we're out, folks.
Later, guys.
Top 10 radar, yeah, we on your radar. Never miss, dog, and that's on occasion. Yeah, we on your radar. Yeah. Hey, look, top floor lifestyle, chef and boy, I'm cooking up. Way too high, ain't coming down. You see me if you looking up. I don't really talk too much, I show them run the numbers up. Lucky that I'm strolling up, I'm going off, they know what's up. Wrist too silly, yeah. Numbers crack the Billy, yeah. Don't need no dilly, I'm too fresh, I feel like really, yeah. Feel the duffels up the sign, I need a million. I'm about to take off, and I know that I'm on they radar. Top